สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to Bim's Kitchen. Let's make 100% hydration with beautiful open crumb. This is my first time to achieve beautiful open crumb like that. And I am willing to share the technique with you. Okay, we are trying 100% hydration. I'm gonna make only one loaf. 500 grams of water. Perfect. Now I'm gonna add 100 grams of my starter. Now we're gonna add flour. 500 grams of flour. Okay. 500 grams of flour. Now I'm going to add 100 grams of salt. Oops, sorry. 10 grams of salt. That's okay. Okay, mix. This is a texture of 100% hydration. I'm not gonna overmix. I'm gonna let it rest and then I'm coming back. This is the first stretch and fold. I'm gonna use my old technique using stretch and fold. I feel that stretch and fold for very high hydration, I don't damage the gluten. Unlike the other baker, they recommend to develop the gluten well with Rupert method or other technique. But this is, I found that I don't break the gluten, and in the same time I kind of develop the gluten well. So after I stretch and fold, and then I flip the dough over, and then I gently try coil fold, just to make sure that the surface of the dough is smooth, and then rest for 30 minutes. This is the dough after 30 minutes. I'm doing the first coil fold. I gently fold the dough. You can see that the dough is so smooth. This is the key. I think the flour that I use, which is Japanese flour Venus, is the key to make it nice dough. This is the third time after a rest dough another 30 minutes. You can see that they're so smooth and elastic. Very nice dough to work with. again, I doing coil fold for last 3 stretch and fold. So coil fold is suitable for very, very wet dough. And again, rest the dough. Gonna do again for last time. This is the last coil fold. The texture is super smooth and the dough develop the gluten so well. And you can see the bubble is already appear, but it's beautiful dough to work with. And this is my first time that I feel that the dough is nice, smooth, and very well developed. This is how I tasting the dough. I shaking the container, it jiggle a little bit, and when I poke taste, it's kind of tight. So I rest the dough another 1 hour and then poke test. Perfect. And also the dough is jiggle, so it's ready to shape. This is pre-shaped because it's so wet dough. I use the water to wipe the surface of the counter, so the dough will not stick on it. So I kind of fold them very gently just to make sure they are kind of form the tight dough, but not super tight. So this is a technique. I use my bench scraper to help. Just fold them into round ball. So they have nice and smooth surface, and I rest for 30 minutes, then final shape. So this final shape, it will be impossible without using the flour to dust my dough. I dust a lot of flour on the counter and also on top of the dough. Flip over, so this way the dough will not stick on the counter. And again, I dust on my bench scraper and kind of, use the bench scraper to put under. So make sure when you move the dough, you have a lot of flour onto the bench scraper, so it's easy to move. Now again, same technique. Very nice and tight. So when you work with the super wet dough like this, you're not trying to get the tension. All you need to do is trying to make sure the dough is formed into the shape very loose, because the objective is to make the loaf, but we don't want to break the surface of the dough. Once you break the surface of the dough, that's it. You ruin the gluten, and you're gonna have the flat bread when you bake. So I kind of very gentle with the dough, and use a lot of flour, use bench scraper, and I try to seal the edge there with the water. Here is how I handle the dough. Kind of a lot of flour and very gentle with the dough. And now we move into the Benetton basket. Again, you need to move with your bench scraper, and you use your hand to fold, and just make sure that any part that wet is need to cover with the flour. There you go. I have a nice beautiful dough in my Benetton basket, which is quite difficult. I rest the dough for 1 hour and put into the fridge for 3 hours, and I do same day bake. This is beautiful. Wow. This is my bread after bake. This one is 100% hydration. Look at that. Very beautiful. And that one is 95% hydration, but the whole wheat flour, and this one is red flour. Oh, beautiful. Wow, look at the belly of my 100% hydration. I can't wait to cut open. This is amazing. This is my 100% hydration bread. This is amazing because it's very high, very tall belly. We're gonna cut it open, but the bottom is a little bit bumpy. So no, cut it open. Wow, look at the crumb. Beautiful.